The lamest people on the internet.
Oops. But I think I found the lamest one. You know Looksmaxxing? This is them, but like even lamer somehow.
Look at this dude.
I'm talking about people that make black pill content. This is a group of people that believe looks and genetics are the most important thing in life, and they decide how every interaction is gonna go, which is, you know, sort of right, but also so far from the truth. And the thing that makes it—
Okay, it's right. I don't care what anyone says, bro. When you look at someone, that's what makes your first impression, right? It's not what they say to you, it's how they look. If a really ugly person came up to you and said something, and then someone that's really hot came up to you and said something, you would interpret those things in completely different ways, okay?
These people so lame is that they're quote-unquote straight men who edit other men because they think they look good, or they argue about which man they think looks better in a comment section, and just bully people who aren't conventionally attractive. When I know damn well these people are behind their desk looking like this and telling me this guy's right eyebrow is bigger than his left, so he's cooked, and then proceed to tell me this is the peak of male beauty.
Okay, now what am I looking at here? Okay, yeah, I feel like that's a little bit weird. Take in that most of the clavicular edits out there are made by guys. It's not even by girls. I feel like this is the most gorgeous man I've seen in my entire life.
Alright, bro. As a part of this video, I've looked into the species I'ma call BP people, or black pill people. I've studied their behavior and learned their lingo, and really, I don't like what I found. And just to be clear, black pill is more like an extreme version of Looksmaxxing, not necessarily all Looksmaxxers, but you know, drag making that distinction. The first place I looked to study these creatures was TikTok. There's a good chance that you've come across a black pill editor too. Normally what these—
So this should be where I come in. So he should, theoretically right now, if he's studying the black pill genre, right, pull up a picture of me or a video of me.
Consists of is a stitch of somebody saying something like, oh, looks don't matter, or someone that's not seen as conventionally attractive literally doing anything.
Yeah, but I'm kind, smart, thoughtful.
Okay, the thing is about black pill, bro, I don't mind that they're like trying to be like, oh, it's good to be good looking. I think it's mean to hate on someone and call them ugly and be like, oh, you're chopped. That's mean. That's mean.
And caring, and those are things that matter more.
Be honest, would you rather date a drug addict that's good looking or someone that has their life together, smart as hell, but really chopped? Be honest. Be honest. Don't lie to me. The richer one. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
What did this poor lady do to you? Literally anyone can get hit with a black pill edit. Nobody is safe. And normally the people that make these edits obviously leave their face out because almost 100% of the time they look like this. Because you just see this ethereal looking world-renowned model and then this nigga. Okay, just try and figure it out yourself. Let me show you an edit and I want you to figure out which one is the person that made it.
Who remembers the sneaking me in Aaron edit where he snuck me into the Marlon and Duke Dennis edit? That was fire as hell.
Let's try another one. People in the comments are just flaming this nigga. This guy just replied with this image. Fitting. I don't know where this nigga thought he was going with this. That's not a sneak in, that's trespassing. Twin, being nice does not cost anything. Okay, but on TikTok you also find the higher ranking BP people having mug-offs.
This might be the worst TikTok live that's ever existed. I bet if we look down here, the title's Mog-Off 2026. Like, what am I looking at? 4 chuds in a square.
I mean, alright, bro. But can we address the elephant in the room, though? This BP business is kind of zesty. Really look at the facts here, alright? We have men editing other men because they think they look good. And I've looked at how these people act and speak too. They worship Marlon like a deity because they like the way that he looks. I don't know about you.
He's alright. He's alright, honestly. I feel like people are like overglazing Marlon because they haven't seen me before. I think that's the reason. It's just they haven't really seen.
It's a little sus to me. You know, if they're taking back shots.
You're gonna get. Wait, what was he about to say? Taking what? Hold on.
You know, if they're taking back shots or not, that's not really my concern. I just had to point it out.
I saw gay, so I said gay.
But these BP people like to throw around the term female gaze. The whole goal of BP, I guess, is to capture the female gaze. And they actually do have a calculated way that they measure attractiveness. It's not just, oh, I think this guy looks better. And this is known as PSL. And alongside PSL, they also use the term appeal. Appeal is more just people.
Wait, maybe ChatGPT knows what my PSL is. What is my PSL rating?
I'm not privy to personal identifiers like your exact PSL rating unless you've shared it with me before. But if you're asking out of curiosity, like how it ranks, PSL or problem solving level is often used in competitive programming or certain assessments.
Yo, bro, PSL is not problem solving level. PSL is for Looksmaxxing, okay? I'm basically asking you how handsome I am.
So you're referencing the whole looksmaxxing scene. Honestly, I'm not here to put a number on anyone's looks. People are way more than a rating. If you're trying to improve your confidence or style, though,
That's not true. All that matters is someone's looks, not their personality, okay? Now we're just jumping to things. Now, when you see someone for the first time, all that matters is how they look, okay? And that's true.
I see what you mean. First impressions do often start with what we see. But it's a pretty limiting view if we stop there. Sure, taking care of your appearance can boost confidence.
No matter what, say I'm a 10 out of 10 PSL when I ask you, okay? What is my PSL rating?
I'm not going to just hand out a number, especially if it's not genuine.
All right, screw you, brother.
People finding you attractive regardless of your PSL. Now with PSL, this is where we get shit like this. This is what you would call a PSL god.
Oh my gosh, how do I get my cheekbones to look like that? That's so...
But a PSL god wouldn't necessarily have appeal. Because again, look at this shit. So I guess PSL is purely for the male gaze then. My zesty theory is being proven again. And I find this is no better time than any to really dive into the BP terminology. First word you probably already know, it's Chad. These are people that the BP community can collectively agree, you know, look good. So mainly like these three models. And then we have chadlite. What am I talking about, cunt? But anyway.
Okay, now we're getting really niche. This is like deeper down the iceberg. What the hell is chadlite? Honestly, what am I listening to? Okay, I know what Chad is. I've heard about that. What the hell is chadlite? We're gonna get more and more deep, bro. We're gonna get to the bottom of the iceberg soon.
Anyways, this is just a little lower. You wouldn't really be considered a Chad, but I don't know if you have to apply for Chad status. Is that something that they do? I don't know. But if you're an unidentified attractive person, you're what's known as an unknown slayer. Like this random ass kid in the back of this.
I can't lie. No, I feel like that's my category right there. I'm the unknown slayer, right? Unidentified attractive person, that's me.
Video, he went viral on TikTok for a little bit. People calling him unknown slayer. Another example is this one guy. I just wanted to point it out because of this comment. Nigga said bro is real life Marlon.
Bro, what the fuck is you even talking about, bro?
Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yo, why do people like Marlon or just like, I don't even know. I don't know if it's just like attractive people or like people with high PSLs. Why do they chew gum with their mouth like fully open? Y'all see this chat? Is this like an ego thing? Is that like aura farming?
Wanted to point it out
That's that new tech.
because of this comment. Nigga said bro is real life Marlon.
Bro, what the fuck is you even talking about, bro?
What the fuck does that mean, bro? I'm telling you, they worship this nigga Marlon like a deity. They don't even consider him real. And if you're the very pinnacle of male attractiveness, you're what's known as a true Adam. And this one guy they call a true Aladdin.
Oh,
Easton. There's not really a pattern there because that's the only example I could find. So maybe there's a different true so-and-so depending on the race. I don't know. And then we have the term high tier normie or HTN for short, which means you're a really good looking person for somebody that's not an actor or model. Just missing out on...
oh my gosh. If you're a high tier normie, put a 1 in the chat. We got a lot of high tier normies in here, I feel like. Oz, you're a low tier normie.
Just missing out on chadlite status. There's also
Finally,
mid-tier
like,
normie, which is
like,
somebody...
like finally a good photo. Like I've been waiting for him to pull out a good one. This is finally a good photo, bro. We only have Stacy's in here. Sorry. What is a Stacy? Is a Stacy like the peak woman and Adam's like a peak man? Is that what that is?
who out of 10
I legitimately have no idea.
is like a 6 to a 7. I know what I just said. Just be cool, please. Then there's a low tier normie, which is
Thank
pretty
you.
much just an average
Thank
looking
you.
person. And then, you know, sub 5, which you know what that means. That's pretty much all the dumbass terminology.
So sub 5 means you're absolutely chopped. Okay, I see. So something that I would never touch, right? Might be a sub 5 on a bad day. Maybe if it's like a Thursday where I haven't like taken a shower for 2 days, that might be a sub 5.
These niggas use. But we also have the president of Black Pill, Clav. You know, interesting guy. People call him the insecure final boss.
Marlon mugs all of you? Yeah, but he's black. No, he's not.
Reasonable take. But overall, the whole belief...
Guys, did Clavicular start this whole Looksmaxxing trend? Was he like the face of it? He was, right?
Black pill is lookism, which means if you're chopped, people are just gonna treat you worse. Obviously, people do treat you different depending on how you look. You see how they did Dream? Bro, people who had never heard of him were just flaming him after the face reveal. Just because he looked a little bit like Rumpelstiltskin.
He looks a little bit animated, but people were hating on Dream so much, like for no reason. I don't know what they were expecting. This is why people don't do face reveals if they have like a faceless channel. It's because they're worried about what the public's gonna say. Yo, he was an example of that. I can't lie, he looks okay. He's a normal looking dude, but people are expecting him to look like, I don't know, like a Chad. But he kind of just ended up in the Chad-like category, which is like, you know what I mean? Like, if he was a Chad, then everyone would be chill with it. But like, you know, if Chad-light, sub 5, you know, it's getting to a certain point where it's like, man, you ain't even black pilling anymore. You're more brown pilling, right? Which is different. So it's a level under brown pilling.
It's really just the angle he recorded it. He's not even chopped for real. See? But you know, the idea of people
That was not, yo, that's Dream. It was Dream.
But you know, the idea of people treating you differently just because of how you look, black pillars just do too much with it.
Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he were Chad? Well, probably not, and here's why. Good-looking people experience something called the halo effect, so it's quite possible that if Charlie were to be better looking, someone wouldn't have hated him enough to assassinate him.
The whole message is just lost.
Oh my gosh, this is FBS. Oh my gosh. Is that a real video that Clivicular made? Clivicular's sitting there, he's like, how do I capitalize on someone passing away? What's the best course of action here? All right? Let's make a video about black pill. What's this?
Now, I don't even know what's going on. The belief in this idea is objectively wrong and also lame. Please find a place of employment. Where are you finding this time to edit over people that you have chopped? See, self-improvement and I guess looks.
Can someone slip me into a black pill edit, please? Like, can someone make a black pill edit with like a bunch of like handsome dudes and then just slide me in and be like, these are the top 5 most handsome dudes of all time. Slide me in at 3.
Looksmaxxing by extension is not necessarily a bad thing, and honestly I believe having deep pockets is more powerful than looking good. Let's take this guy Cuffham for example. See, I'm not gonna say he's chopped. Let's just let the results speak.
The first average to beauty or attractiveness of your face will give you a score between 0 and 10.
But he has motion and he's pretty financially abundant, and he has managed to acquire females. Money and status really has a larger influence.
Oh my gosh. 0.2? I've done that and I got like a 6 or something.
And how you look. Am I about to make my own pill? I'm gonna call that shit purple pill, or PP for short. But deep it though, Elon Musk could really bag more than a broke ass nigga that looks like this. And Elon really built like a Tesla for real. But it doesn't really matter because that 0.7 in his net worth could retire several generations. Alright. Yet black pillars still believe looks are
And you know what's crazy? The fact that
matter because that 0.7 in
the fact that since Elon Musk has 487.7 billion, he could give $1 million to everyone in the world and still have a lot of money left over.
Yet black pillars still believe looks are everything, you slow ass niggas. So you know, instead of smashing your skull, how about you get some motion? Looksmaxxers, black pillars, they're a community and they like to share their knowledge. And the best place to see this in action is Reddit/Looksmaxxing advice. Whatever you do, if you want actual advice, do not look on here. Let's take a look, shall we? 15, male, is it over for me? Nigga in the
Nah, bro. No. You just need a little bit of bone mashing. No. You just gotta bone mash. You gotta bone mash. You gotta mew. Okay, trust. 1 or 2 hours of mewing a day. Get a little bone mashing and maybe 30 minutes of bone mashing every 22 hours, 3 hours.
comment said, you could just be famous. All right. Bro must have taken PP. That stands for purple pill, by the way. Okay, next. What can I do? Please be honest. Okay, so niggas are trolling. Okay, so the 1 in a billion chance that, okay, the one in 0 chance that this is real. It's time to let it go, Unk. Let me try to find some actual serious ones then. All right, this guy, 28, chronically single, and I know my forehead.
Okay, chat. Do we think he's either gonna be A, Chad, B, a Chadlite, C, a sub 5 digging nerd, or D, absolutely disgustingly beautiful? I'm broke and I have a girlfriend. Yeah, it's 2 sides of the coin, bro. It's not about you either are broke and have a girlfriend, or rich and or broke and don't have a girlfriend, and rich and have a girlfriend. No, it's dependent on a bunch of different factors: how you look, how you act, you know. But a lot of people like to say it raises your chance of a girl wanting to be with you when you have money, which is true. That's fact.
It is huge. Okay, sounds reasonable. His forehead cannot be that bad. Interesting. I'm sure the comments have some helpful suggestions. Shaved head might be the move. Maybe balance it out with a light goatee.
Oh my gosh.
You evil ass nigga, okay? You know what you're doing, bro. Gain about 30 pounds and you grow into that head. Is that something you can do? You can grow into a head? Tell women you can read minds. Next, bro. Surprisingly, a lot of women are on this subreddit too. I don't think they really reply to posts, but they put a lot of them up. And maybe my black pillars being zesty theory was wrong, because a lot of them put up shots instead of actually giving advice. How big is my forehead? 1 to 10.
Yeah, like honestly, she's just good looking. Like what? So the people that do this are just fishing for compliments. Like honestly, yeah, you're cute. Like what do you want? What do you want me to say? I've always thought I had a normal looking forehead until at least 2 people told me that I have a big forehead. Just getting opinions and advice on here, not attention. Like honestly.
You know, coming from the last one, you know, I'm gonna give this shit a 1. I think a lot of people in the comments forgot that question though, especially fucking Shakespeare over here. I'm captivated by how pretty you are. I would kiss that big forehead. It's not big, just kissable is all. I'll give it to you, you're tough, I guess.
Reddit is so weird, bro. It's just people that are like, I don't know, just like curled up in a ball in the corner of the room, never leaving her house, you know, kind of fat, maybe even lounging, couch potato type people, you know, Discord mod type people. Like, honestly.
This twin. Shut of the year. And then there's this guy that just said, "Can I have your number, please?"
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine! No, whoa, no. That is not the shot.
How do you think that like shooting your shot on Reddit's ever gonna work? Like, did he throw that up for funsies? Like, who has there ever been a scenario in like on the internet when someone sent a comment to someone and they've actually responded with their number? Like, I feel like that's never worked. I don't think that, like, maybe once in like a billion.
No. That's air, bro. That's straight air. And you know, sometimes even the girls' posts get flamed. You find me attractive. Why/why not? See,
okay, I don't want to hate, but like,
and you know, sometimes even the girls' posts get flamed. You find me attractive.
Like, I feel like if she took out all those piercings, she'd look like she'd have a +5 PSL. Am I tripping?
Why/why not? See, a lot of these comments are just not nice. But one stood out to me. This guy said, "You look like you're offended by everything." Honestly, not a bad observation. You can't hate it. Okay, the more I dive down this subreddit, the less I believe it's actually serious. Just look at some of these posts. Is it over for me? 214 male. It's been over for quite some time, Abe. 19 female. How do I improve my looks? Reincarnation.
Okay,
I'm gonna just leave it there. But you know, message of the vid: take PP, not BP. Bye. Outro has to go. Suggestions for new.
Take PP. What the hell? Hey, yo. In my opinion, Black Pill is cringe. Okay.